Hey Scorpio, let's see what's coming up for you guys in the month of August. If you guys could also like, share, subscribe, follow, react, whatever it is you want to do to kind of help me out with the algorithm and get the video out there, I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so let's see what is coming up for Scorpio. And because we are in Leo season, if there are Leos watching this, happy birthday. Because, you know, maybe y'all have a Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon. And seeing how it is Leo season, we're going to make the reading a little extra, okay? So bear with me. Let's see. What is coming up for Scorpio in the month of August? Okay. So we're starting off with the Father of Pentacles or King of Pentacles. The Emperor, Seven of Swords. Scorpio. What's coming up for Scorpio in August? For those of you who you run your own business, I do feel like that Father of Pentacles and the Emperor is a big indication that that's a big part of your focus this month. Let's see. Coming up for Scorpio. God, I keep bending these cards. Oh, there's the Death card. Wouldn't be a Scorpio reading without the Death card. All right. The overall energy is the Hierophant. Damn. Okay, so this could be more of a commitment. Let's see. Of course, there's different type of commitment. So let's put some oracle cards. The dragon. Okay. Let's see. The raccoon. Advice. What's the advice? The lamb. And the cosmic egg. Overall advice is the bear. So the bear and the Hierophant are the overall energies. I'm going to say that whatever it is you are working on will require a lot of dedication. It will also require a traditional approach. So the reason I'm saying that is because the Hierophant represents tradition. It represents things that are passed down from one generation to another. But the bear also represents inertia, right? It represents when a bear comes out of hibernation, it's been starving for a long time. It's been sleeping for a long time, for months. So, well, not starving, but you know. So its movements are really lethargic. Its movements are slow. Its movements require time before it starts picking up speed, right? So that what this is telling us is that whatever it is you're doing this month, it's going to take you time to pick up speed. But as long as you continue doing things the way that, you know, is the right way, then you'll be unstoppable. Because once the bear does pick up speed, he's unstoppable. So keep that in mind, Scorpio. I'm going to try and angle this a little bit more so you guys can see the full spread. I don't know if y'all can. Okay. So let's start with the cards that came out at the top. We did get the Father of Pentacles, which is the King of Pentacles, and the Emperor with the Seven of Swords. So I do think that... Okay, I'm looking at the comments. Just so you guys know, these are general readings. For personal readings, y'all would have to message me. This is for like the entire energy of Scorpio this month, okay? So yeah, the Father of Pentacles with the Emperor and the Seven of Swords. This is for those of you who are like, this is a business, right? Because it could be a business, it could be a job, it could be a commitment. It is requiring or giving a lot of stability. Both of these energies are extremely stable energies. Father of Pentacles, he is like, he's taking all of the knowledge that the previous court cards have acquired, right? So the Page of Pentacles represents somebody who's studying, a student, somebody who's learning. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who has taken the knowledge of the page and has now put it into, it's applying it into different fields. It represents persistence, and it represents continuous movements. And then we go to the Queen. The Queen is taking what the Page and the Knight have done and is multiplying it. She is bountiful. She is nourishing. She's nurturing. She's a mother, right? She's the power of creation. Then we go to the King, which is stability. It takes all of those energies before, and now it makes it durable, long lasting. It builds it into a legacy. So we pair that with the Emperor, which also represents stability. And both of these cards are very masculine. So Scorpio, I feel like you're going to be not only in a very masculine mindset, which isn't bad, right? It's more like you're focused on creating stability for yourself. You're focused on making things visible. That's really what it makes it feel. Because when you look at this giant ass tree, like, yes, the stability is the roots, right? It's the time that it's taken that tree to build, but it's visible. The change, the stability is visible to the naked eye. Now, I do want to mention the fact that we do have the Seven of Swords here. For those of you who automatically assume the Seven of Swords means lies and deceit, the Seven of Swords can also represent somebody who works better alone. That's really what it can also mean. So if you're working on a... excuse me. Ooh. I just sneezed. I was trying to hold it in, but it didn't work. If you're working on a business, I do think that you're kind of just focusing on strategy, on how to make it better. If you're working in a company, you're not really being a team player this month. Not that you can't be, you're just like, I just work better alone. You're doing things solo. Now, if this is a commitment, although the stability is there could be some deceitfulness. There could be maybe there are things that are hidden. Maybe there are things that you're not sharing with your partner, or vice versa. But there is definitely, that's a different definition of it, right? Now, let's look at the oracle cards that are in the center of these cards. We've got the dragon and the raccoon. The advice for these cards with the dragon, it represents the solar plexus. So it's about making sure that your ego is in balance. Make sure that you are coming from a place of awareness. So it's okay to be confident. It is definitely okay to know yourself, to know, your strengths, your, I'm trying to think of different words to describe it, what you're good at. But don't come from a place of ego. So if you're working on your business, don't say things like, only I can do this for you. Nobody else in the world can, or, because that means that you really believe that only you can provide the service. Only you can do things this way. And that is a little egotistical, because it's almost manipulative, because it's almost like you're making people believe that if they don't come to you, they're lost. And that's not true. So come from a place of assertiveness, come from a place of confidence, but do not come from a place of ego. Be aware of what you're doing and why. And with the raccoon card, though, what most people don't realize is that when we're coming from a place of ego, we're actually coming from a place of insecurity. So with the raccoon, there are things you're hiding about yourself because you feel like, yeah, I'm not really ready to express these talents. I'm not really ready to show the world what I'm good at. So when we combine these two cards, that may be where your stability is coming from, where you finally express your talents. And a healthy expression of talent means that maybe you are the only person that can provide a specific service, but you don't have to say it. If this is true, if your talent is truly unique, if your talent is truly going to change the world, you don't have to announce it. Others will announce it for you. Okay, that's when you know it's genuine. You don't have to sell yourself. Other people will talk about how great you are. Okay. Now, then we move to the Daughter of Wands, Four of Cups, and the Moon. So whatever it is that you're doing right now, I do think it requires you coming from a place of being willing to start new things. So this could be, maybe you got a new job offer. Sorry. Maybe you got a new job offer. Maybe you're starting a different branch of your business. Or maybe you're starting a new commitment. Maybe because we do have the Hierophant here, right? Maybe you decided to get engaged. Maybe you decided to move in with somebody. Maybe you decided to get married. Whatever it is, it feels new, and it requires not underestimating how adventurous you have to be to get there. Don't underestimate the amount of courage and bravery it's going to take to accomplish this task, okay? And I do feel like Scorpio is never short on bravery or courage, but in the center, we do have the Four of Cups. So there are things that you're going to feel a little blasé about, not really excited, maybe not really giving it importance because you don't think it's important. And perhaps it's because with the Moon card, you're a little confused about what is important and what is not important. What's interesting is that both of these cards have the Moon card. Have the moon in it. So like this is obviously the actual moon, right? But the Four of Cups also has the moon at the top. So this represents being confused, being in a state of fears, insecurities rising to the surface. So with the moon also being here with the Four of Cups, this is why you're holding back. So the Four of Cups usually represents a blessing from the universe that you are not taking, or that you are not, you're almost not even acknowledging it. So this is saying when you're doing that, it's coming from this place of confusion. It's coming from this place of insecurities and fears coming to the surface. So these are also connected to this, right? Be confident. But they're also connected to the Lamb and the cosmic egg. The Lamb is an energy of somebody who takes the time to meditate, somebody who takes the time to connect to the divine, and is coming from a place of humility, which is such a contrast between these two cards, right? This is saying be careful with your ego, and this is saying approach things with humility, approach things with grace, approach things, people, new projects with the idea that, what's meant for you is meant for you, and what's not is not. You know your path. You're listening to the divine. You're not trying to force or control anything. And with the cosmic egg, this literally represents the crown chakra. We're all connected. We're all connected to the divine. So listen to the messages that come through. Don't try to control what is happening. Just move along. Have courage, have bravery, move forward, but don't reject something just because, maybe it doesn't have what you thought it would have. If it's a job, maybe you wanted something really glamorous, and it's not glamorous, but it has all the other requirements you wanted. Or if it's a business, maybe it wasn't the business you wanted. Like a long time ago, I don't even remember the name of the movie. I think it's called The Small Timers. I saw this movie where this man, and it was honestly a comedy, but still, they wanted to rob a bank. So they bought a building next to the bank, and the front was supposed to be this bakery, right? So he brings in his grandmother's recipe, and the cookies actually were a hit and started making them millionaires off of how much they sold. So their original plan went awry, and it's called The Small Timers because he had this vision of himself being some sort of gangster, right? So all that to say, sometimes we're sent down a path that, weird story, I know, but it is what it is. Sometimes we're sent down a path that we were not initially prepared for, and we didn't think that that's where it was going to go. And I feel like this is what is happening right now. You're being sent down a path that you were like, wait. This isn't what I had planned. This is not where I saw myself at this point in my life. Just go with it. It may require bravery. It may require a little bit of courage, but don't reject it just because it doesn't look like what you had imagined it was going to be. Okay? Go with the flow. Now, at the bottom, we have the Four of Wands, the Death card, and the Father of Swords, which is interesting. So, Four of Wands, I do think that some of you could be relocating, maybe purchasing a home or moving into a different apartment, moving states, whatever it is. I do think you're establishing a home, but there is some sort of change in this home, which is why I think that you may be moving, or maybe you're remodeling, because death could mean remodel as well. Maybe you're refreshing your home, something along those lines. I do want to say, I think it's interesting that we start off with the King of Pentacles and we end with the King of Swords. So for those of you where this is romantic, you could have started with someone who had their own business, who was maybe very masculine, could have been Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or Aries with the Emperor. And you may shift to somebody who is air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, towards the end of the month. So let's clarify. Let's use the baby Rider-Waite to clarify. Let's start with the Hierophant. Let's see what comes up with this Hierophant. Clarify the Hierophant. Okay, we got the Four of Pentacles, the Hierophant again, and the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. Okay. All right. So, the Hierophant has come out twice, right? So, this is definitely something established. So let's look at it from different angles. For those of you where this is a business opportunity, it could be that this is an institution offering, what's the word? Like maybe a company is trying to commercialize your product or commercialize your, like let's say you have a podcast, maybe you have a YouTube channel. Could be a major company coming in, excuse me. But what I mean by major company could be YouTube, right? Could be TikTok, could be Instagram. They are major companies, and maybe you're monetizing your information or your channel, your stream. For those of you who have a product, this could be a company like Amazon or it's very established. That's the thing with the Hierophant. It's big. It's got tradition behind it, or it's got like lots of years of experience behind it. So whatever it is that you are promoting in a business, I do think it's about to be monetized, because look at all these coins. For those of you where this is a relationship, I do think commitment is going to be a big theme for you this month. Now, how that's a theme depends, because with the Four of Pentacles, I don't see you opening up to it. Four of Pentacles is a very, like, you're just shutting things off. You see the way he's holding that coin in front of his chest, like, not a chance, sucker. That's what it feels like. Like, you're kind of just not really accepting anybody getting close to you. Like, you want the stability. So maybe you agree to some sort of commitment. Like maybe you agree to somebody. Let me think of different scenarios, because I do see a new beginning here with the Ace of Cups, right? So this could be a new beginning, as in you telling somebody, okay, like we're not going to get married, but we can live together, or we're not going to live together, but we can see each other consistently, right? So there's some sort of stability with the Hierophant, but there's also some sort of resistance here with the Four of Pentacles. Overall, the Hierophant is going to win because it's the major arcana. So although there is resistance, I do see you heading towards this Hierophant. So let's look at the rest of the cards here and see what's up. Because I don't feel you, maybe the resistance is towards this big company. Maybe you don't want to be commercialized, but eventually I do see you going that route. Let's clarify as Father of Pentacles. Clarify Father of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Ooh, the Devil. Four of Cups with the Six of Cups. Oh, that's interesting. Four of Cups is in the center, remember? And here it is. So what it is, when we're talking about what you don't want is this. This is what you don't want. You think it's toxic. So with the Six of Cups, okay, let's say that this is a business, okay? So you want your business to be based on kindness. You want your business to be based on getting to know your client, on spending time with them. And your resistance is you don't want to be this giant corporate conglomerate, which is commendable. That's good, Scorpio. I'm glad you don't want to turn into that. But you may also be shutting yourself off to growth, just so you know. For those of you where this is a romantic connection, there is a connection of soulmate. You know that this person is meant to be in your path, but you may be acknowledging that just because they're meant to be in your path doesn't mean you're meant to marry them. It doesn't mean you're meant to be in their life forever. You may see them like somebody that's supposed to help you through shadow work. Maybe they're supposed to unlock things in you that you're supposed to process, but you're like, okay, so you help me process this, but I don't want to be with you. Because it feels toxic. Like you feel like this person is unhealthy. You feel like this connection is unhealthy. So you're not really, you're not open to it. Let's clarify this Emperor. See what comes up there. Clarify the Emperor. Got the Two of Swords, Nine of Cups, Three of Swords, with the Ten of Wands. Okay. So, again, let's do different scenarios. For those of you where this is a business scenario, I think that part of the reason why you don't want it to go big or that big is because you don't want the responsibility. With the Ten of Wands, you're like, it would be too much work. It would be too much on my plate. I don't want to have to deal with that. Yeah, like you like being comfortable. You like controlling your schedule. You like being relaxed. And you're like, if I go that big, I will never have another moment of peace, which is understandable as well. For those of you where, now I do want to say, before we shift into love, that could also be a self-sabotage, because we do have Two of Swords, Three of Swords. You're holding back because you think you don't want the responsibility, but you're also holding back because you don't think that maybe your product will make it. It's also coming from a place of fear. It's coming from a place of sabotaging your own growth, your own advancement. It's a fear of success, really, at the core of it. You're disguising it as you just don't want to be a corporate conglomerate, but you also know that the right way to create a new world in corporate, or to create a new paradigm, is by creating new companies that follow that new paradigm. So why don't you change the corporate world by maybe creating a different company, a company that does not follow the rules that corporate has set. Don't self-sabotage, though. Growth is not greed. Okay, hold on. All right, sorry. All right, so for those of you where that's business oriented, keep that in mind. If this is relationship oriented, I feel like this relationship is really weighing on you with this Ten of Wands. It feels heavy. It feels like it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of, it's just a lot. It feels heavy is what I'm feeling. Like this giant cloud follows you around when you're in this connection. You don't feel lighthearted. You don't feel at peace. And it could be because with this Two of Swords, there are things that both of you have not said to the other person that you feel internally. Like you're more convinced you're better off alone. You're convinced you're better off alone. You're not meant to be in this connection. Although we have Five Swords here, there have been things that both of you have said, I feel like, that have hurt each other. Words or actions that can't be taken back. And so it's getting to a point where with the Nine of Cups, you're like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to stay single. I'm going to stay single and I'm going to heal. I'm going to focus on me, which, is good. Let's see this Seven of Swords. Clarify Seven of Swords. So we've got the Seven of Wands, Two of Wands, Empress, and the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Overall energy, Five of Pentacles. So let's again do both sides of it, okay? Not corporate, but business and relationship. So if this is a business reading, if this is financial, you are not in a good spot financially. Like there will be moments with the Five of Pentacles where you struggle to pay things, or it's not so much even about struggling, it's about this belief. This is a belief you hold that you should only make this amount of money, that anything above this is too much, that you don't deserve that. This is a mentality of lack is what it is. So Tarot's calling you out right now because it's telling you with this Seven of Swords, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. When you say that you don't want to go corporate because you don't want to be, like those companies who abuse their workers, don't be then. You can go into a global company without being a dick. You just have to make new rules. Be a better company then. That's how you learn, by watching what others do that you don't want to do. Don't reject the idea completely. Plan ahead. Figure out a way to do it better. Be the Empress. Be a mother. Be nurturing. Have the balance between the masculine and the feminine. But you're going to have to change. With the Death card and the Ten of Swords, you're going to have to adjust your mentality. Otherwise, it will not work. You have to adjust that mentality. Do not come from a place of lack. Do not come from a place of thinking that money is evil, that money is greed. That is not true. Money is an energy, just like everything else. It's how you use it that magnifies your good qualities or your negative qualities. It's about how you are using it. It's a tool, okay? So, for those of you where this is a romantic reading, I do think that there's going to be a period of no contact. And it could be that it's not just a period. Because we do have the Ten of Swords here. It could be that you're just like done. You're done. You could be blocking somebody with the Seven of Wands. Like you're just not interested in speaking to this person anymore because you think this connection is toxic. You're better off single. You don't want to deal with it. I do see you going into this place of a lot of self-love, a lot of healing, a lot of maybe you're putting yourself first where before maybe you didn't. So you're going to get massages. You're going to, I don't know why I'm getting this energy of beautifying yourself. You want to beautify yourself. Maybe you start working out, you start eating healthy. That's really what I'm getting. A lot of self-care because you're done. You're done with feeling this I'm not good enough energy. So you may have been in a connection that made you feel like you weren't good enough. Maybe you weren't pretty enough. You weren't smart enough. Whatever it was, it puts you in this energy of I'm done with that. I'm not going to allow myself to be in that type of connection anymore. You realized with the Seven of Swords that you were self-sabotaging by entering connections like that. So I'm glad that you're moving past that, Scorpio. Let's see what this Daughter of Wands has for us. Clarify. Woo. Nine of Swords. Clarify, Daughter of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. Judgment. The Moon card again. The Moon card has come out twice. You are so confused, Scorpio. So I feel like there's a lot that's coming to the surface right now with the Moon card. There's a lot of things that you're realizing. So I do feel like you may be working on shadow work, because that's kind of what this is. Like going through connections, going through situations that have made you realize that you're manifesting this through your own trauma, through your own subconscious, right? So let's use an example of that. Let's say somebody, a man or a woman, because honestly it doesn't matter, but they have a really abusive mother, right? So throughout this person's life, they associate femininity with toxic behavior. They associate certain things. So let's say their mother used emotions to manipulate them. Then this person will most likely feel really threatened when other people get emotional because of their trauma, if that makes sense. So they kind of manifest, they pull into their lives people that confirm that bias, because that's the mindset that they have. They're coming from that vibration. So I feel like you're realizing that, and I do see you adjusting it. I do see you saying like, you know what? I don't want to live like this anymore. I don't want to manifest this. So with the Daughter of Wands here, this is something that's going to take a lot of work. With the Nine of Swords, you may be a little worried about that. Like, I don't know if I can accomplish this. It's a lot of work to change, but you feel called to it. And with this Eight of Pentacles, you really, really want to move past it. You're willing to do the work. You see that? The Eight of Pentacles is somebody who literally, look at this. The city is like way behind them. They're over here working on this alone. So you may even be isolating yourself from other people. You may be stepping away from friends, from a lot of different things, because you're like, hold on, I'm processing some shit here, guys. I'm sorry, but it's not that I don't want to be around y'all. I've got a lot that I need to work through. I've got a lot that I need to detoxify. And it's a calling. You're feeling called to do this. You're feeling like you can't continue in this mentality anymore. You want to grow. You want to thrive. And that's amazing, Scorpio. If this is business, I do think it's the same thing. You're realizing that this mentality of lack is coming from your childhood. Maybe in childhood, you were told things like, we don't have money for that. We can't afford that. If you want that much money, you're being greedy. If you want this, you're being greedy. It was railed into you over and over and over that money is automatically connected to greed. Money is automatically connected to evil. Money is automatically connected to bad things. And you're realizing, this is my trauma. This is people who have instilled this into me, and that's not true. I want to fix this. So I do see you being very determined to address it, which is very Scorpio-like, right? You're just like going for it. Especially when it comes to shadow work, Scorpio's amazing at that. Let's clarify his Four of Cups. Seven of Swords, again. I love it when the cards repeat. It's like, bitch, I said what I said. Clarify Four of Cups. Five of Wands. Six of Cups and Temperance. This is beautiful, Scorpio. I'm like so proud of you, because this is you tackling yourself. Is really what it comes down to. So let's start on the business side. For those of you where this is a business reading, a financial reading, I do think that you are tackling this mentality, right? With the Temperance card, this is about blending the new with the old, blending who you are, your experiences, what you've been taught with what you're learning now. So it's almost like you don't want to erase what you've been taught, because some of it is valuable. Like maybe let's say I'm going to use myself as an example because it's easier that way. Not that I'm trying to talk about myself, but I was raised in a religious household, and yes, it was taught that money is connected to greed, right? But later on, I started realizing, you know what, though? Money is also connected to blessings, even religiously. For those of you who do things or see things from a religious point of view, from a Christian point of view, even in the Bible, it speaks of those who were blessed by God had abundance, right? King Solomon was one of the highly blessed. Job was one of the highly blessed. He went through trials first, but then he was blessed with abundance. So I think you're realizing, like, that's not accurate. Money is not bad. Abundance is not bad. Being prosperous does not mean greed. And with the Temperance card, I do think that you're blending these two things together. Like, okay, so greed is bad. Yes. People who will literally sacrifice anyone or anything for their ambition, that is detrimental. That is definitely toxic. But for somebody who wants abundance and prosperity so that they can help others, that would never be toxic, because this is what you're realizing. This is what it was for. If you had money, what would you do with it? And you really start examining it. You start realizing, no, I want to help. I want to be there for people who are in need. I want to maybe build schools in better locations. Maybe you want to upgrade your neighborhood and help the people who are suffering from low income, or who are suffering from disabilities, who are suffering from different things. So with the Four of Cups, you're examining where this mentality came from, right? Because Four of Cups, look at it. It's somebody examining something, sitting there staring at it like, is this a missed opportunity? If I pass this up, am I going to regret it? Now, with the Seven of Swords, I do think that you may still work better alone. Or that may be something you're challenging yourself with again. Like, well, why am I more comfortable working alone? Is it because I don't trust other people to do things as well as I do? Is it because I don't trust that other people actually have something valuable to contribute? So whatever it is, all these mentalities are coming up with the Moon card. That's why it came up twice. There's a lot. You're really going through some shadow work, Scorpio, but in a really good way. I do see you healing a lot of this. Now, shifting to the romantic reading, I do think that it's the same energy in the sense that you're challenging yourself to really examine where your concept of relationship is coming from. Who taught you these things? What was their relationship like? Is their advice reliable? Did this person come from a long-lasting, harmonious marriage, or did they come from a toxic place? And listening to them has now put you in that space, right? So that's awesome, Scorpio. Let's look at this Moon card. Clarify the Moon. Got the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, with the Hermit. Oh, interesting. So we start off with the King of Pentacles. We're ending up with the King of Swords. But it could very well be the same person, because now we've got the King and Queen of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. So let's say it's the same person. Let's say the King of Pentacles is also the King of Swords. Then maybe we're going to start with the romantic first, because that's the first one that hit me, and then we'll move to business. So maybe this person is somebody who started off in this toxic place, in this, the way they're approaching things. Maybe they're really clingy. Maybe they're doing something to trigger those red flags in you. And you could be having a very open conversation with them about, like, I'm not okay with that. This is making me feel uncomfortable. This is reminding me of my trauma. It's triggering it. And maybe this person steps into this really, it's like they step into this wisdom of, like, okay, well, let's talk about it then. Let's discuss it. However, I'm not really thrilled about this couple, especially because of what they represent to me. They're not bad. It's just that they're not the warmest of couples, right? The air couple it's like you're intellectually on the same page as this person, but there's no warmth there. Queen of Pentacles is here, but it's a clashing energy. It's almost like the feminine has decided to be single because they want to nurture themselves. This is a self-nurturing energy. This is not I want to nurture my partner. At least the combination is not making me think that, especially with the Hermit here. It's like, I want to be alone. I want to be alone right now because I've got shit to process. I don't have time to be helping you grow. I don't have time to be telling you because I've got to tell me. Okay? So romantically, I don't feel like a lot is going on. In fact, I feel like there's some like pushing away, some distance, like I need time for myself. If this is business, then this could be a business partner who is giving you advice, maybe with the King of Swords. Could be legal advice, could be business strategy, because you have King of Pentacles and King of Swords, business intelligence. If it's a business partner, I do think that they're bringing in a lot to the table, a lot of information, a lot of help. Let's see this Four of Wands. Clarify Four of Wands for Scorpio. We've got the Eight of Cups and the Lovers. Okay. Then we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. With the Tower. I'm just like, wait. Okay. So let's do business first. If this is, again, a streaming service you've got, a product you've got, I do think that it's going to have this explosion of activity that you perhaps were not ready for. I do see you accepting it, though. Like, initially, the resistance is there, but you start realizing the potential that this has. And you realize that the only thing holding you back is you. That's it. Nothing else is standing in your way. This is divinely led, divinely inspired, given by divinity, right? That's what this hand offering this gold coin represents. The divine giving you an opportunity, a potential for something great. Now, if this is a relationship, I do think that with the Tower, if you're in a connection right now, I do feel it's falling apart because you are not ready. You don't want it. You understand the potential is there. You understand that maybe this person is your match in a lot of ways, but you're also like, yeah, I'm not there yet. And there's nothing wrong with that, Scorpio. If you want to take your time to process things, if you want to take your time to get to a place where you are ready, that's okay. Just make sure that it's actually coming from a place of wanting to heal and not from fear, okay? But I do think amazing things are coming your way, business-wise, financially. Let's clarify this Death card. Because I do think it's Ten of Wands. I do think it's going to require some incredible change. Six of Swords. That's what the Death card represents. Queen of Cups and Nine of Wands. Woo! With the Ace of Wands. So we got the Ace of Pentacles, and now we got the Ace of Wands. I do see you taking this opportunity, especially if it's business. You understand the value that comes with this offer. You understand the potential that this has to change your life with the Death card. Like, you realize your life is about to change. Okay, so if this is a business reading, financial reading, with the Death card, yes, your life is most definitely about to change. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Things are about to take the fuck off. With the Ten of Wands, you do have to accept there is responsibility, though. This giant change, although it's amazing, it does come with responsibility. You're going to have I can't talk today. It comes with responsibility you're going to have to deal with. You're going to have to handle. You're going to have to accept. Six of Swords. This opportunity may also come with the chance of travel. Not only that, but I do see it solve Whatever it was that you were worried about before is no longer a concern financially. It solves a lot of your financial problems. With the Queen of Cups, financially, this may be a business that requires your psychic abilities. It may be a gift that requires your intuition, your connection to the divine is basically a part of this business. And that may be why you were so resistant before, right? With the Nine of Wands, you've been taught that if you monetize this skill, then that means you're abusing it, but that's not true. If we truly see this as a skill that people need, right? If like this tarot, this is monetized for me. This is a business for me. And I'm not doing this to abuse this gift. On the contrary, I'm doing it because I feel like it brings clarity to people. It brings answers. It gives advice, guidance. This is not a bad thing. If people view that as a bad thing, that's on them. That's their business. But you don't allow that to rule the way that you do you. Okay? Now, if this is romantic, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, you could be shifting into an energy where like, okay, I see the potential in this connection, but I want it to be, perhaps you want it to be sexual only. And it could be that maybe initially the relationship feels really heavy, but I do see you moving towards like, okay, I'm going to be a little bit more compassionate. I'm going to be a little bit more forgiving, and let's try. Let's see what happens. Nine of Wands is somebody you've been hurt before, but you're still willing to continue trying. You're still willing to give it another shot. I do think that there's a difference with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Ace of Pentacles is a solid offer. It is potential that is very much real. It's tangible, right? And with the Ace of Wands, it's more passionate. It's more in the moment. So maybe you decide you want to go through with this connection because you got excited. So I would be careful with that, Scorpio. Let's look at this Father of Swords. We've got the Fool card, the Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles. Okay. I love it when tarot does that. You know, I wasn't sure if this King of Pentacles, King of Swords is the same person. They are, basically, same person. So with the Three of Cups, I do see you maintaining contact with this person. Like there may be moments, because we did have the Five of Pentacles, right? There may be moments where you step away from each other. But overall, with the Fool card here, I do see you being like, well, if this person's meant to be in my life, they're just meant to be in my life. But you may start realizing with the Seven of Pentacles, they may not be in my life in the way that I thought they would be. Maybe they're meant to just be a business partner. Maybe you're meant to help them bring something into reality. Maybe you're meant to help them get in touch with their passions. Maybe you're meant to help them balance their work and creative life. Or maybe it's just not meant to happen right now. Maybe with time, this is meant to be your partner. It's just not right now. So I do see you maintaining a friendship with this person. Or maybe a friends with benefits, because we did get the Ace of Wands, right? Now, for those of you where this is a business connection, I do think that there's a lot of celebration going on. Because the Fool card is a card of like keeping faith, right? Trusting that things are meant to work out when they're meant to work out. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I do see you being like, you know what? All this hard work is finally paying off. All your investment, all your time, all your energy is finally paying the fuck off. You are doing what you enjoy doing. You are making money with your passion. Whatever your passion is meant to be, you are surviving off it, or you're creating an entire little business empire off of it. So that's amazing, Scorpio. I don't even know what else to say. Your life is about to fucking change in one way or another. That much I know. Whether it's financial or romantic or both. For some of you, it's going to be both. Then congratulations. All right, Scorpio. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading here. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, react, do what you can to push the video out there to more people. I appreciate your presence, and I will see you guys later. Bye.